Hey, it's Rosemary here. How you doing now? I walked around with a cage around my heart, too scared to let anyone in, too scared to let all of me show out. It didn't feel safe to be loved or to love, okay? Love was a weakness that I couldn't succumb to. I had to be tough to survive. And life had taught me that. Maybe life has taught you that as well. People taught me that, people that let me down, people that I put unnecessary expectations on, then it always happens that you will be let down when you have expectations that others are not necessarily agreeing to, but you think that they should. And so then I take it on board as me not being loved, instead of realizing that I had weird expectations of people as well. Ultimately, I had to tuck myself in and show only the hard side of me, the do the work side of me. And maybe you're doing that too, walking around with a tough shell all over you, trying to make it in a world that seems to favor those who don't care about weak things like love, okay? But let's look at the world, really look at the world. Can we see what a lack of love is doing? Can we see what fear is doing? Can you see how when people respond only to fear and keep competition going, a really nasty kind of competition going, then we have countries set against another country and presidents against presidents and just people against people and companies against companies and companies against their consumers as well, because they're not actually acting from a place of loving themselves or loving the people that they're here to serve at all, and so therefore they don't care what their products are about. And we see this as a result of no love in the world. We cannot be people that propagate this. We must choose love. It is time for us, the spirit driven, to get very deliberate about choosing love, and not in some woo-woo kind of, oh, I love you kind of way. That doesn't mean anything really. No, in a real practical, the world needs love. And so I will choose to love them in the work that I do, in the way I bring up my children, in the way I relate to any single person that I come across in the world. The only way you're going to do that, though, is that you actually open up your own heart to love. Because if not, it's just fake. It's just manipulation. It's just you hoping that you'll get what you want if you pretend to love. No, and we can no longer do that. You have to be vulnerable. You have to choose to be seen. You have to choose to allow others to love you as well, okay? And I get it. It hasn't felt safe to love or to be loved, okay? People have hurt you. People may still be hurting you right now, but you're no longer a victim. No longer a victim. You're no longer subject to the pains of the past. You can heal. And in fact, honey, because you are someone with a call on your life, you must heal. Okay? You must heal. You must open your heart again, because deep inside of you, there's a longing to be all that you are born to be. Okay? And you can be that only when you love and are loved. As you choose to allow the flow of love, love in and love out, love in and love out, and surrounded by love, all of that happening. Okay? We mostly act as though love is a weakness, even though we say that love is the most powerful force for good in the world. We don't really actually live it out, but we must choose now to make it real. Okay? We must choose to make it real. We can no longer walk around with chips on our shoulders, thinking that the world has something against us or whatever. No longer. Choose love. Keep asking yourself, how can I love more? Choose love. Choose to be loved. Put yourself in a place where you can be loved, where you're not looking around with suspicion all the time, waiting for someone to come and whack you over the head or something. No, it's time to open your heart again. I know that sometimes it's going to be painful to do that, but honey, again, it is about you, but it's also about the people around you. It's also about the world in which we live. It's also about our children. It's about our children's children, that we make a choice to love and to be loved. And I know it may seem idealistic and weak, I know. And yet, you know what, honey? We're called to be love in the world. How can you be love if you don't allow yourself to be loved? Let me invite you in here. Invite you to the Deliberate Success Immersion Incubator, where we will immerse you in love, okay? And choose, because it's always a choice to put yourself in a place where you can experience love. Because yeah, like me, you might be that person that thinks it's weak. Well, okay, you get to choose. Are you going to deliberately design a life of prosperity, true prosperity, or are you going to just keep doing this thing that you're doing here, where you look the part, but you don't actually feel as though you're in the right place, on the right path for you. If you're ready to transition, come into the Deliberate Success Incubator, and come because you must be leader. Choose to be leader. Show others how it's done when you've done it, okay? Show others how it's done, because the chances are you are surrounded by hurt people as well, by fearful people as well, who are propagating fear into the world, and you are called as leader to help them too, okay? To be a support, but you have to do it first. So come into the Deliberate Success Incubator. Let's learn to love. Let's allow you to be loved. And let's move forward powerfully into the world, choosing love every single moment, asking the question, how can I love more? This is the only way you will really, truly experience prosperity. Why? Because you have spoken of love for so long. Now it needs to be real for you. You won't allow yourself to actually prosper in the way that you're born to prosper until you've learned this lesson of being loved and be in love. Okay? Until the next time, my honey, come into the DSI. It's rosemarynonny.com/DSI. Till the next time, much amazing love. Okay? Much amazing love. Feeling it right? Okay then. Much love.